You know what blows my mind? Scientists recently discovered that the human brain processes music in the same regions that coordinate complex physical movements. It's like we're literally wired to be conductors of our own destiny.
That's fascinating how our neural pathways connect movement and music. How do you see this playing into our daily lives? Oh,
Well, think about how a conductor shapes an orchestra's performance through subtle gestures and precise timing. In the same way, we're constantly conducting the various elements of our lives, our relationships, careers, personal growth, all working together in this intricate symphony.
though I imagine most people feel less prepared than Leonard Bernstein when life throws its curveballs.
Here's what's interesting about that studies show that professional conductors develop what's called anticipatory awareness, where they can literally see patterns before they emerge. And we can develop the same skill in our own lives through mindful practice and experience.
The way you describe that reminds me of how ancient wisdom traditions often talk about finding life's natural rhythm.
Exactly right. And modern neuroscience is backing this up. Research from the Max Planck Institute shows that when we're in flow, our brains actually synchronize with the natural rhythms around us, just like how musicians sync with a conductor's movements.
So, how do we develop that kind of synchronization in our own lives?
Well, it's fascinating. Experts in chronobiology suggest that it starts with understanding our personal rhythms. Just like how every orchestra has its unique sound, we each have our own optimal times for different activities. Some people are morning larks, others night owls. It's about conducting our lives in harmony with these natural patterns.
Though in today's fast paced world, staying in rhythm can feel almost impossible.
That's where the wisdom of great conductors comes in. They know when to speed up and when to slow down. Studies show that incorporating regular moments of pause, what musicians call rests, actually improves overall performance and decision making.
The way you put that makes me think about how we often resist these natural rhythms instead of flowing with them.
And here's what's particularly interesting. Research from Harvard's mindfulness program shows that people who learn to conduct their lives mindfully report 35% less stress and significantly better life satisfaction. It's about finding what they call the sweet spot between intention and surrender.
That balance must take considerable practice to master.
Just like how conductors spend years developing their craft. But here's the encouraging part. Neuroplasticity research shows our brains can form new patterns at any age. We're never too old to learn new ways of orchestrating our lives.
Though sometimes the complexity of managing all life's elements simultaneously can feel overwhelming.
Well, consider this: a symphony conductor doesn't control every note. They create the conditions for beautiful music to emerge. Recent studies in positive psychology suggest that accepting this balance between control and flow is key to resilience and well-being.
That really puts things in perspective, the idea that we're both the conductor and part of a larger symphony.
And quantum physics actually supports this view. The observer effect shows how we're not just passive spectators, but active participants in creating our reality. We're conducting our personal symphony while being part of the universe's greater composition.
The way you describe that makes me wonder about those moments when everything just seems to align perfectly.
Those synchronicities are fascinating. Carl Jung wrote extensively about them, suggesting they're moments when our personal conducting aligns with the universe's larger patterns. Modern chaos theory calls these strange attractors, points where seemingly random elements suddenly form coherent patterns.
That's such a powerful way to look at those magical moments in life.
And here's what ties it all together: whether we're talking about conducting an orchestra or conducting our lives, it's about being present enough to recognize these patterns and brave enough to work with them. Recent studies in consciousness research suggest that this kind of awareness actually changes our brain's structure, making us better conductors over time.
What an enlightening way to look at our journey through life.
Indeed, and as we wrap up, remember that every great conductor started with small movements. It's about taking those daily steps, staying attuned to our inner rhythm, and trusting in the process of creating our own unique symphony.